Have you ever wondered if money could find you in the strangest ways imaginable? Imagine waking up one morning to discover that a quirky idea, one you almost dismissed as impossible, has been quietly padding your bank account while you slept. It sounds like the plot of a wild, offbeat movie, but it's the real story behind some of the most unexpected sources of passive income. Picture a dusty, abandoned railway station in a small town. While most see decay and neglect, one visionary entrepreneur transformed the space into a pop-up art gallery. Local artists now pay a small fee to exhibit their work, and every month, a steady stream of passive income trickles into his account. It wasn't a massive investment or a high-tech solution. It was simply about reimagining what others discarded as worthless. This isn't just about renting out a room or flipping houses. This is about uncovering hidden treasures in the overlooked corners of everyday life. Consider the story of a woman who turned her modest backyard into a thriving bee sanctuary. Initially, her neighbors laughed at the idea of keeping bees in an urban setting, but soon, her honey wasn't the only sweet profit. She partnered with local cafes and gourmet shops, selling artisanal honey and even leasing her bee colonies to eco-friendly companies interested in natural pollination. Her venture into urban beekeeping not only yielded a surprising income, but also contributed to a healthier local ecosystem. A win-win that made her passion a profitable business. Then there's the bizarre tale of a man who discovered that an old, forgotten parking meter could be repurposed. Instead of simply collecting loose change, he embedded a digital screen into it that displayed quirky local trivia and vintage advertisements. Local businesses soon saw the value in sponsoring the messages, turning a relic of city infrastructure into a constant revenue generator. This ingenious twist on an everyday object proves that with a bit of creativity, even the mundane can become a lucrative asset. It's these kinds of stories that remind us that passive income isn't confined to the stock market or rental properties. It hides in the corners of innovation and everyday oddities. Imagine earning money from an app that tracks the flight paths of pigeons in the city, or collecting royalties from a viral meme that originated from a misplaced comment on a blog. Every day, creative individuals are harnessing unusual ideas to build streams of income that work around the clock, almost as if by magic. One of the most astonishing examples comes from a tech-savvy artist who built a digital sculpture that exists solely online. A unique NFT, non-fungible token that, through a clever algorithm, generates micro-royalties every time it's viewed or traded on digital platforms. In a world where art and technology converge, this digital masterpiece continuously pays its creator, long after the initial creation is done. It's a modern twist on the idea of royalties from music or books, but in a realm where the art is as intangible as the wind. Yet, not all unexpected income streams require high-tech wizardry or massive initial investments. Sometimes, the key is simply to think differently about everyday assets. Take, for instance, the story of a retired teacher who decided to rent out and use textbooks and educational materials online. Rather than letting old textbooks gather dust in a closet, she turned them into an online library for students and lifelong learners, generating a modest but steady income. Her story teaches us that even items we consider obsolete can have surprising value when reimagined through the lens of innovation and necessity. As you reflect on these stories, think about your own surroundings. What overlooked or unconventional assets do you have that could be transformed into a revenue stream? Perhaps it's a forgotten hobby, a quirky collection, or even that corner of your property that no one seems to notice. Sometimes, the most bizarre ideas are the ones that turn out to be the most profitable. Consider another curious case. An inventor in a small coastal town created a line of weather-powered art installations. These kinetic sculptures, installed along the boardwalk, harness the energy of the wind and waves to power interactive light displays. Tourists and locals alike are enchanted, and the installations have become sponsored attractions that generate passive income through advertising revenue and licensing deals. This project wasn't just about making money. It was about blending art, sustainability, and community engagement in a way that felt both revolutionary and delightfully unexpected. In another twist of fate, a group of friends pooled their resources to buy an old vending machine that no one wanted anymore. Instead of letting it gather dust, they transformed it into a mini museum of local memorabilia, complete with quirky facts, vintage photos, and interactive trivia about their town. The machine became a local attraction, and through small entrance fees and sponsorship from local businesses, it started generating income without requiring constant attention. It's a perfect example of turning the mundane into something memorable and profitable. What all these stories share is a common thread. They challenge conventional thinking about income and assets. They reveal that passive income doesn't have to come from traditional investments or side hustles that demand endless hours of work. Instead, it can arise from embracing creativity, taking risks, and looking at everyday objects and ideas through a radically different lens. At its core, the concept of passive income is about freeing yourself from the daily grind. It's about creating systems and opportunities that work for you, even when you're not actively working. The allure of earning money while you sleep, travel, or spend time with loved ones is a powerful motivator for anyone seeking financial independence and a richer life experience. And when you start to see that money can be made from the most unexpected sources, your entire approach to wealth begins to shift. Imagine a life where every quirky idea, every odd hobby, every unconventional asset could be a potential gold mine. The notion might seem far-fetched at first, but as these stories illustrate, innovation often arises when we step outside our comfort zones and challenge the status quo. The world is full of hidden opportunities waiting to be discovered, and sometimes, all it takes is a fresh perspective to unlock them. So, how can you start finding these unconventional income streams? Begin by examining the things you take for granted, the little corners of your daily life that you assume have no value. Look at your hobbies, your possessions, even your local community. Ask yourself, what if I could reimagine this in a way that benefits not just me, but others as well? The answer might be lurking in the most mundane details of your life. Think about a garden, for example. Many people see it only as a place to grow vegetables or flowers. But what if you could turn it into a living art installation, a community space that charges a small fee for entry or hosts unique events that attract sponsors? Or imagine your garage, a place where most store old items. With a bit of creativity, that space could be transformed into a rentable workshop, an art studio, or even a pop-up event venue that generates income while you're not using it. And then there are those digital age opportunities that blur the line between creativity and commerce. Social media has opened the door to passive income in the most unexpected ways. Consider the viral potential of a single tweet, a meme, or a quirky Instagram account dedicated to everyday oddities. Some creators have managed to monetize their online presence so effectively that their content continuously generates revenue through ads, sponsorships, and merchandise, even when they're off the clock. It's a digital renaissance where creativity meets commerce, and the rewards can be astonishing. Every one of these examples challenges the notion that you need to invest large sums of money or possess specialized skills to create passive income. Instead, they suggest that sometimes the most lucrative opportunities are hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone bold enough to seize them. The beauty of passive income is that it doesn't require constant, hands-on effort. It flourishes on innovation, persistence, and the willingness to take a leap of faith into uncharted territory. In the end, the real magic of passive income from the most unexpected sources is not just in the money it brings, but in the transformation of how we view our lives and our potential. It encourages us to break free from the conventional paths of work and income, inspiring a mindset where creativity and resourcefulness are the ultimate currencies. As you explore these bizarre yet brilliant examples, remember that every great success story begins with an idea, a spark that ignites the courage to think differently. So, as you step back into your daily life, keep your eyes peeled for those odd, overlooked opportunities. That peculiar object in your attic, that untapped corner of your property, that unconventional hobby. Each might be the seed of your next passive income stream. Embrace the unexpected, dare to experiment, and let your imagination lead the way. By shifting your perspective, you're not just earning money passively. You're embarking on a journey of self-discovery and creative freedom. The wealth of unconventional ideas is there for the taking, and the only limit is how boldly you choose to explore. Let this be your call to adventure. Find the bizarre, embrace the unexpected, and build your empire of passive income from the most surprising sources. The future is ripe with possibilities, and sometimes, the strangest paths lead to the richest rewards. Stay curious, take risks, and watch as your world transforms into a landscape of endless potential.